Hi everyone, welcome to Indigo Alchemy. Today I want to talk to you about 10 basic magical ingredients that are easy to find and that every person who is practicing magic should keep on hand at all times. So when we think about magic or alchemy, we tend to imagine all these mystical, special, rare ingredients that are hard, hard to find and easy to mess with. And mess your spell up. And the purpose of this video is to show anyone who's thinking about getting into magic that it can be simple as words and affirmations or insanely complex spells that last days. So this is, if you're ready to start working with ingredients, these are a few things, 10, my favorite 10, that should be in your set here. So first, I want to explain how I practice alchemy. I don't believe there's a right way or a wrong way to practice magic. I believe that you can use what you have on hand, and it's up to you to decide what ingredients go into your work. So looking at people's spell videos is a great idea on how to get thoughts and processes, but as you watch them, you should make notes about things you can add that would be beneficial for you, or things that you don't need in your spell that aren't beneficial for you. So if you believe there is a right way to do magic and cast your spells, that's cool. There are a few religions that do include magic, specific steps and deities and things like that that you should pray to as you go through and petition. And to that I say, you do you, that's fine. Some religions include magic, but not all spellcasters or alchemists have a religion, and I'm one of those. So Indigo Alchemy welcomes all creeds, and if you want to drop your comments below, your suggestions to help anyone else who's starting out, that would be awesome, because we welcome all ideas, and even I could learn something, which would be awesome. So 10 ingredients that people should keep in their stock in what they're using. The first one is cinnamon. Now, I have cinnamon sticks. I always keep cinnamon on hand. I do keep both powder and the sticks, and it really depends on what I'm doing. Cinnamon powder is going to do exactly the same thing. I do keep it if I'm anointing candles or anything like that. Cinnamon is used for luck and strength and prosperity, but cinnamon is also used to enhance the effect of any spell. It boosts your power. So throwing some cinnamon in there works. Cinnamon can also be used for protection. It's not my favorite protection ingredient, but it can add a little bit of protection to your work as well, as long as you set that intention. So cinnamon, whether in sticks or powder or both, works exactly the same. The next is red pepper flakes. So these are dried red pepper flakes. I just got some dried peppers, which I haven't had a chance to put them in a jar yet. Red pepper flakes, dried chilies, they're used to heat up a situation. Red chilies are used in a lot of breakup work. They create conflict between people. They really add a lot of heat and a lot of tension. This isn't strictly confined to love situations, so if you've got a friendship, if you've got two people that need to stop talking, need to have their bloat, chili peppers, okay? So it doesn't have to be just for love. The next one I have is rosemary. Again, this is something else you can easily find in your grocery aisle. It's very versatile. It's easy to find. So rosemary, you can use it for protection, you can use it for love, lust, purification, healing. It's really a good all-purpose herb. I use it in a lot of healing works. When there are tensions that need to be soothed over and relationships to repair, I definitely put rosemary in with it. You can easily buy dried rosemary and keep it on hand. You can also buy it fresh in the produce section in a lot of stores. It's winter here, so in the summer I keep fresh rosemary in my herb garden. It's easy to grow, it's easy to maintain, and at the end of the season I harvest it, dry it, and keep it. So, but I do like to use fresh rosemary. I just don't happen to have any on hand right now just because of the season. The next is sugar. Sugar is the herb of love. Sugar cane, processed sugar. It is sweet, it's irresistible. I love sugar. Everyone loves sugar. So it's perfect in love workings, and everybody has sugar on hand. So it's easily accessible, it's cheap, and it's essential for love working. So this sweetens people up. It brings that sweetness back. I do keep both white sugar and I do keep raw sugar. There is no right or wrong answer. So whatever you've got on hand, whatever you want to use. Some situations I feel like call for white sugar, and I'll use that, or some raw sugar, and that's really your call. Sometimes I use both. That's okay too. So definitely keep some sugar where you're doing your spells. And the next is honey. Oh man, honey is easily one of the most diverse ingredients in alchemy and magic. It has been revered by magicians the world over. Many cultures place a really high significance on honey and bees. So each batch of honey is different based on the flowers that are being pollinated in the area, the season. So it's really dependent on the bees themselves and your area. But honey is often used to sweeten people. So if you're having issues with a lover, you can put honey in there. If you're having challenges with friendships, honey. Work, honey. Job search, honey. Self-love, honey, okay? Honey, you getting me? Honey is used in traditional hoodoo honey jars, which we are going to do some honey jars on this channel. And they're always, it's always an appropriate offering. So even Zeus, revered bees. So if you're praying, if you're putting out an offering on your altar, if you're sweetening something up, honey. And even in Hindu texts, ancient Hindu texts, honey was said to be one of the sacred elixirs of immortality. Honey can sweeten up any situation. Get yourself some honey. Keep it on hand. Okay? Honey. I use honey all the time. The next one is cloves. I personally prefer whole cloves. Again, ground cloves is fine. Cloves are excellent for courage and self-confidence. They're very effective for protection, so this is one of my go-tos for protection. If you ever suspect somebody is sending some negative vibes your way, this is an essential part of your work. So this will help you repel negative energy, and it also prevents negativity from entering your workings. So when I practice alchemy, what I do is I make sure that the work, I ask that the petition include that it be in the best interest of all those involved and to protect them. So I will use cloves for that. So cloves are essential. Again, you can buy cloves in your spices section in your grocery store. These are all easy things to find. White salt. Again, it looks just like my sugar. It looks like my sugar jar. White salt, always keep white salt on hand. There are different types of salt. So there's pink Himalayan salt. There's, witch's black salt. There's tons of salt, okay? Have as many as you like, but make sure you have white salt on hand. They're all good to have. Like honey, salt has been used in many cultures for many reasons, and it was even really important to human development because salt was, before industrialization, salt was really hard to produce and to get. So only the wealthy could afford it, and even the Romans paid their soldiers in salt so that they could preserve things. So it was a form of it's a form of how to preserve things. So so salt was definitely a valuable commodity, and only the wealthy could afford it. So it's noted in nearly every single religion. It's in the Bible. It's everywhere. And the theme is always protection. So it preserves things. It protects things. Protection is very important in spells and magic. So you don't want to be casting spells without making sure you're protecting yourself first. And you can do that really easily with some salt. Okay? You don't want to invite any negativity in, so you can cleanse your altar with salt. You can lay salt on your altar. You can place salt at windows and doorways to prevent negative energies coming in. You can place bowls of salt in rooms to absorb that negativity. Salt cleanses negative energy away. So that's what's going on there. So and then bay leaves. Bay leaves are another really good one. This is a good ingredient, again, for protection and purification, getting rid of negativity. But it can also be used for success and good fortune. So my favorite use for these is money or prosperity spells. And a really simple spell you can do is write your wish on a bay leaf and then burn it. while concentrating on your wish. So when I'm doing prosperity jars or money drawing works or even new jobs, I'll write the desire directly on the bay leaf with a pen and include it. So bay leaves are very powerful for bringing in wishes and luck and prosperity. Okay. Next, we've got allspice. Again, really, really common herb you can find in your grocery store. I like this herb because it's really great for confidence and boosting somebody's internal strength. So somebody who's struggling with some challenges, some personal challenges they need to work through, it gives somebody more energy and vitality. So this makes it an essential ingredient for me when I'm doing job spells or confidence spells, and it increases harmony and social interactions. So if you've got a job interview coming up and you want to really impress these people, then great, we're going to use some allspice in that. If you've got a social interaction coming up, again, you want to use allspice so that it makes sure that all the energy of the gathering is smooth and content and calm. And the last one, the last of the 10, is catnip. So again, find it in your grocery store. It's not with your herbs. It, of course, will be with pet supplies. But it is easy to come by, and it's inexpensive. It is a well-known fact that witches and cats have always gone hand in hand. Witches preferred black cats, which is why it was considered bad luck to see a black cat, because then it meant a witch was around. So cats, there's a lot of workings that involve cats, but witches and alchemists also use it for attraction. So if you're trying to bring positive energy towards you, if you're trying to attract a new partner, if you've got a little bit of dead bedroom going on, this brings it. It's great for attraction and obsession spells. So and of course cats go nuts for it. So when we put it into our works, it's designed to make people kind of go nuts for you. And that's why it's a really, really great ingredient to have on hand. So those are my 10 favorites that I keep on hand all the time. So definitely get some for yourselves. Like I said, magic doesn't have to be complex or difficult. It can be quite simple, and it's as simple as finding things. You probably have most of these things in your kitchen already, and you can start doing some basic works with them. So thanks for stopping by. If you have some favorite ingredients, drop them in the comments. Like and subscribe to my channel. On top of spell ingredients, I am going to be sharing some of my own personal spell works as well. I do live tarot readings from time to time, so if you turn on your notifications for those lives, then you'll be able to get in and get some free live tarot readings, which are always a good time. So make sure you like and subscribe, and we'll see you on our next video. Thank you so much.